Good morning, Hillary.
Good afternoon, Bernadette.
Oh, sorry, it's afternoon. Afternoon, 1:30 in the afternoon. Every Monday, Hillary De Freitas and Bernadette Chinley, me, get together for Marketing Moms Trinidad. And what our goal is that we want that Mother's Day is coming up, and ABC is actually interviewing. I don't know if you saw the link, Hillary. ABC is actually interviewing moms who are network marketers or in the direct selling industry. And they're asking moms, are they getting success? What do you do about it? How do you do? What's life all about? So anyway, no problem. We're about marketing moms. So anything that will help moms to be faster, to be better, to reach more people, to be able to just not be so nervous in front of the camera, and get you better. This month of May, because it's getting close to many of the network marketing company live events and many marketing live events, is we are going to focus on live events for network marketing companies, MLM companies, live events where people actually go and learn how to market better. I know AWeb is having a summit, they call it. I know Mashable is also having a big event coming up soon. And I know No Excuses is having an event. I know My Lead System Pro is also having a big event. And I think Empower tends to be around now as well. I could be wrong, but and also what DS Domination also have the event around now, kind of thing. And in all network marketing companies, most the regional, within, like for instance, within the state of Texas or within the state of Connecticut or New York, where they have a high concentration of marketers in that area, what they do is they have lots of live events where the top leaders come and they share to get that area all nice and moving again. Because it's important to keep people, I would say, connected to the leaders. Because, when you see somebody, this is our top marketer of our company, and he did so and so, and whatever his story is, he rose to the top in less than 18 months. That's the magic period. And so therefore, it's great when they actually come and you could shake their hands and that kind of stuff, and actually maybe even get a question in. Because, I mean, have you ever experienced where you go to a regional event or a top leader comes to your area? Have you ever experienced that, Hillary?
Yeah. A few years back, actually, I went to my network marketing companies. It was their regional conference.
Okay.
And for those who don't know, I'm a very shy person, camera shy. And just going to that event, it was a 3-day event. And by coming down to the close of the second day, at these events at all your network marketing companies, there's like a tire, so you could easily recognize who are the leaders, who are the top people, the national sales
Why
directors,
do they wear a
directors.
particular color or something like that?
Yes. So they wear either it starts with red. Red is the leadership, and then it goes into a kind of like a nice suit, and then there's the black suit. So you were it was easy for you to identify who's the leader, right? And by coming down to the end of the second day, this shy little girl decided, you know what, I'm just going to talk to some of these ladies. So I just walked up to them and I said, hi, how are you doing? How did you become a director? My name's Hillary. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. And they were just like, wow, and excited and everything. I got my picture with them and they'd give me a little tip, right? And what I realized is that asking that one question, I got basically the same answer from all the leaders. So it was kind of like, this is what you need to do. You just need to do exactly what I was afraid of doing, talk to people. All right. I was doing everything else, and they would tell me, you got to make your phone calls, you got to talk, and you got to have classes. you know. So, and that was basically the answer that I got throughout the entire conference. So, but what that event did for me was to actually start to come out of my skin, in a sense, you know. And I was like, okay, if I could talk to these people who are making X thousands of dollars a year on just this business, you know, okay, follow what they're doing, you know. And it's like we always hear that if you want to reach somewhere where somebody's gotten to, you got to do what they did, you know, basically. So
Yes, very good. In Hillary's words.
yes.
But it's the same thing. If you want what somebody has, you got to do what they did. No,
Yeah.
I think I got that wrong. Anyway, it's a Zig Ziglar's quote, so go check it out. No big deal. Yes, so meeting the leaders, meeting the people who have achieved higher ranks than yourself, that is definitely what a network marketing live event is going to do for you. So if you want to get to your international event, now in my company, in Organo Gold, we had like, I think it was like 2 major events. They would have a OG Cares event, which like late in the year, and their big event would be at the beginning of the year. And my first event with them, I actually did it live stream. And of course, I think my daughter or my son was returning to school that day. So I went with the tablet on my shoulder like this to the airport because it was in Vegas, right? So it's in different time zone, and I'm like this, and my headphone is on, and I'm listening, and people are talking to me, and I'm because I'm trying to pay attention to this thing that's going on. I mean, really, I had no idea why it is what was going on stage. But all I knew is there was a bunch of screaming and a bunch of people hopping and skipping and jumping all over the place. I just saw that. So I knew that, you know, in order to get what was really going on stage, I needed to be there. So the live event did make me want to go. So if you can't go for whatever, because that year it was beginning of the year, and my children usually return to university at that time of the year, so I could not go. Okay, so the following year I did go because it was at the bottom half of January. So because it was then, I was able to, you know, I was able to say, okay, can I run away for a weekend, you know, and run off to the event. But that was great. And then in a network marketing, I mean, I did have regional as well. We had a couple of the top leaders come to this country, Trinidad and Tobago, to visit us. So that was great because we actually got to ask them questions. We got to see them in action. You got to see them, how they do a presentation. Really, I was looking for the training, but I realized that the top leaders, what they do is they just do the presentation. So somewhere along the line, I was going to pick up the training into how to get better. So the training is really in just pure repetition. That's all they want from you. Pure repetition, repeat what they do, just like what you just said. When you go and you talk to them and you ask them the same question, how did you get to where you are today? And they all give you the same answer. So it's the same thing in my company. Share the product, ask them how it tastes, and then you sell them a box. So that was great. It certainly does keep you excited. It shares the culture. You know, you actually feel the culture of the company, and you actually see firsthand what it is that you're supposed to be duplicating. Really, the great part I like about going to my international live network marketing event is that you saw the people on stage, and you were able to now repeat the stories. I mean, you could look at the picture and know exactly what their story was. And you could look at the next person picture and knew exactly what their story was. So whenever you saw them, when you came back home and you saw them online, you knew who they were, and you were reaching out and, you know, saying high five and stuff as well. So that was great. And yes, it's important to go to the leader so that when you connect with them online, when you go back home, they can actually, they recognize you, they remember you. I know they meet 1,000 people, but they tend to be very nice.
Yeah, I think that's one thing. When I went to our live event, I met a lot of the people who they would have been doing a lot of the audio recordings. So all the CDs and all the motivational things that the company would sell. I actually put a face to the voice. So it's like you're
Right.
listening to this voice every day in your car, and then you finally meet the person, and you're like, oh, and it's like it's a new connection. So it makes it it makes it real in a sense,
Yes,
because
exactly.
sometimes when you are, even though you know it's a network marketing company, you know somebody brought you in, you know you're bringing in other people, you sometimes feel like you're the only person doing this business. And when you go to a live event, it really, because our area, we had a very active team, we would have weekly meetings, but something just magnified the company when you go to the live event. It was like, oh, you were looking around and it's like, wow, there's a lot of people in this in this company, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
really, it kind of gives you a sense of calm. And you also meet, what I liked to at that stage is that, yes, you hear these stories about the people who made it to the top in 6 months or 18 months or 2 years or whatever, and you're thinking, okay, I've been doing this for 2 years and I haven't even reached like the first level, right? But then at those events, you also meet people who've been working the business for 18 years and they just made it to the direct. So this is something that it's not just, about it, it's really motivation to let you know that if you stick with it, you stick with the program, you stick with their plan, there is the possibility of success. And it's all up to you to follow
Mm,
that plan, right?
yes.
So you meet the fast movers, you meet the superstars, you hear their stories, you hear their struggles, but then you also meet the people who are going slow and steady, very slow and steady, but they kept at it.
Yes. Yes. For me, the most memorable part of going to the international live networking event was standing up in the line at 6 o'clock in the morning, you know, because, you're in the line at 6 in the morning, gates are opening at 9, and I mean, of course, in January, it's freezing, okay? So,
Cool. Exactly.
so I mean, it was quite an adventure. Josh, could you take this phone, please? Tell Daddy. Josh, could you? So so yeah, and then what I did while I was in the line, I mean, there we were taking pictures with each other, taking pictures of other groups. So again, it's all to do with networking. And in our company, we talk about one team, one dream. So that was my main reason of just going around and meeting everybody in the crowd. I was like, can I have your card? Can I have your card? I was just collecting cards, so that when I got back home, I
You
was
could
just
connect.
talking to the world, it was
Yeah.
really great.
Yes. Yes.
So that reminds me, I should actually connect back with those people that I connected
People.
with like, a year or two ago.
Yeah.
That was really neat. And I mean, I really enjoyed that 2 hours, 3 hours in the line in the morning, eating breakfast, drinking the coffee and talking away, and
I,
it was quite
I don't remember
interesting.
having to wait in a line. Yeah, we just went down from the dorm, from the hotel room. We had to walk a couple blocks to the conference center. Yeah, and then yeah, it was pretty.
No, we had like anywhere between 5 to 7,000 people attend this event. So we were in
Wow.
a
Well, that was the
stadium.
international. Yeah, that was the
Yes, the
yeah.
international event.
This one
Yeah,
was the regional one, so it was a little smaller.
yeah.
Yeah. The one I went to was a little smaller. And it was very homey, but you still got the magnitude. So then you were like, whoa, what would the national event look like?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And
So
then too, I think those events, they bring even a team closer together. right? Because your own team that you belong to, you it's kind of like you're your buddy. You kind of your buddy system inside of there, walking around, you know.
Yes.
So you become close, and it's not about, you realize that you're not in competition with your team member. You know, you all are here to support each other, and I think that when you go to the live events, that is what tends to happen. Because in your team, like, you know, some leaders, they will set up competitions and stuff like that to help people to advance, right? But
Correct.
when you go to the larger event, it's not about competition. It's about, hey, how can I help you? What do you need? Do you
Mhm.
understand this product? You know, and at the regional events, you know, I know we before we were talking about like understanding the product, right? Um, the at the regional events, they have more product training. So they would
Mhm.
have breakout sessions about new products that came out. How will you talk about these products? Understanding what the products are about so that you're able to sell them better, right? So they, you know, people from the actual corporation, not distributors, will be there conducting this type of training. And that, in a sense, it helps you, it makes you realize that, okay, they're really concerned about you as a direct sales professional going out there and presenting their product the right way. So it's not
Mhm.
like, okay, I'm just going to read off the box the ingredients. No, they're actually concerned about your knowledge.
And so therefore you should be concerned about how you
About,
present.
yes, yeah.
Yes. And then the next thing too with the international live event, the leaders were a bit unreachable because I mean, because you're talking 5,000 to 7,000 people,
Mhm.
right? So they were always, behind a barricade or that kind of stuff, But then as the presentation finished, they would actually split up and walk within the crowd. So that was when I got the opportunity to get lots of pictures with them. So I'd go up and give them a line of theirs, something that they say often, because everybody tends to stick with a little tagline or something.
Mhm.
So I would memorize their tagline and go and give them a handshake and use their line on them, make them laugh, and so because that's how you need to impress them as well, right? So
Yes.
to show them that you're paying attention.
That you're paying attention, that you're listening to them, that you're following. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So that was
Definitely.
great. That was great.
Yeah.
That was great.
So
So
I hear you always saying that you take pictures, you take pictures. What's the purpose of taking all of these pictures?
it's social proof, because to show them that you're connected, you actually met these people. These people are real, and then you share their story with them while you put your picture as a post on Facebook or Google or whatever. And maybe we should do that this week. Put up all our pictures again. Yeah, go back and pull up all the archives. Yeah, pull up all those pictures out of the archives. It's really neat. So yeah, because you need to. There are lots of people out there who are absolutely new. I don't know what the numbers are exactly, but they're like, I don't know, safely any 200,000 people added to network marketing industry every day. Okay, because we are prospecting all over the world, right? I mean,
Yes. Yeah.
this is an international stat where 200,000 people are added to network marketing every day, and there are at least 10,000 people who are coming online absolutely fresh every day, and they're looking to see how to generate leads, how to talk to people, how to meet people, what is network marketing. Because my big question when I first started network marketing business and direct sales, was like, is this thing real? Can we really make the money that they're talking about? And that was my big question. And
Hmm.
because I just saw all the excitement and then people going crazy, and it's like, are you for real? So I mean, I really need to get to the bottom of the river,
Yeah.
figure out
Yeah.
what it is that these people were standing on. I needed to
Yes.
figure that out.
Yeah.
Needed to see for myself, and it did show in the events, because there are lots of leaders in my company. We they really hit the ground running. The guy who's our leader, I mean, he's been in network marketing like 15 years at least, when he actually took on our organo goal. And so therefore he knew everything that he needed to do. So it's just a matter of doing it fast and getting it done, you know? So it was great.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So what events are we going to this year?
I'd love to, I really would love to get to my Organo Gold live event. But for now, I am focusing on marketing events, because marketing events is where you really, really get your answers. And if you're a techie person like yourself, you could learn how to do your funnels, do your capture pages, get leads, and the event that you and I are going to, no excuses, at the end of May,
Yeah.
June? Yeah,
June.
at the end of June, right. Sorry. The year is flying, what can I say? At the end of June, you and I are going to a No Excuses event. And at that event, we are getting the top leaders that they have chosen. They are presenting on what is working for them this moment, this day, that is getting them leads. You know, so I mean, it is real time lead generation and what's working for them. So to me, yes, relationship in your physical world is great, but to me, I have a limitation. I cannot be standing anymore, waiting for the right person to come along to say hello to, and you know,
Yes.
I have to be at home because I have kids at home. So, you know, so
So
the
you have to
dynamics
leverage.
change. Yeah, you have to leverage time and you have to leverage the internet. And that's what No
Yeah.
Excuses is all about. How to leverage the internet to get in front of the people who want and who need our knowledge.
Yes. Right.
So I think I'm seeing a question out there. Are you seeing it, Hillary?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold
So
on.
the question the person is saying is what do marketers, what is going to be the difference between going to No Excuses and attending my live networking event? Because my upline is telling me I have to go to their network marketing company's event. So why should I come to No Excuses?
Right. So network marketing companies, in a sense, and I think both Bernie, you and I, we've experienced this, but in different ways, is that the focus is on the company and not on the skill of marketing. And even though, yes, network marketing has the word marketing in it, I think there's less emphasis on the marketing. And people think that you're only networking, and they need to go hand in hand. And what a marketing event like No Excuses is going to teach you is how to market your business online. And what is great about it is that it's not tied to a company. So there are many people who belong to different network marketing companies, different MLMs. They own their own consulting firms, and they're coming to this marketing event to learn a skill set, not necessarily to get empowered and hyped up about a company and a product, but they're there to learn a skill set. And that is what these marketing events teach you. So Bernie mentioned quite a few at the beginning. No Excuses is one that covers a wide range of internet marketing techniques. But Aweber, they offer their email marketing. I saw another email marketing one in June, in late June. That will be after No Excuses. GoPro Network Marketing, I believe, is another one. but they're teaching you marketing skills. They're not just telling you, okay, come and hear the stories of the people in this organization who've done a great job, and they're not telling you the same thing. So, you know, one thing that we hear in the marketing world versus network marketing is there are many different ways for you to get leads. You just have to pick the one that resonates with you and focus on that. Build your understanding of it. Whereas in a network marketing company, whatever company that is, they will tell you this is how you generate leads, and there's no other
And
way.
there's one way and no other way.
And no other way, right? When you go to a marketing event, you're learning how to market. It's
right.
as actually going to university and learning how to market.
Yeah. And one thing Diane Hockman in particular says is that there is no one way. There is no right way. It's your way. Because the thing is, you have to deliver the message. The message is important. It's important that you share the information. It's important that you be excited. But it's also important that you do it your way, your style, and put you first, because people see the company, but they don't necessarily think, okay, well, you know, why would I do well in your company? What are you going to give me? Why should I not join Stephanie over there? And why should I join you? You know, because Stephanie is in your company, they call it what? Directors. Stephanie is a director, and you now start. So why should I join you? You know, and so therefore, that's why I like and I will focus on no excuses for now and get to my company after.
Right. Oh, that's great.
So I think we pretty much covered it all for today.
Yes.
Yes.
So I just want to see next week.
Yeah, so we will be covering how to benefit from marketing events for the rest of the month of May. So stay tuned every Monday, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. What is next week's topic, Hillary?
Well, next week we are actually going to be having a special guest, a mystery guest, who is actually going to speak to us about why we should attend live marketing events. All right. So there are a few reasons, and our mystery guest is going to be covering. I shouldn't say she because we don't know if it's
you just cut off 50% of the possibilities.
I'm just being biased because this is Marketing Moms anyway. All right. So we're really going to be focusing on why it is so important to attend a live event versus even if the event offers something like a live stream. You want to be able to get there, and we're going to share with you exactly why.
And live streams are great, right, Hillary?
Yeah, they're great because that was how I attended my first marketing event. But live is better. But
all right, great. So that's a wrap.
Yep. This has been Hillary and Bernadette. See you next week.
Same time.
Same channel. Later.